What's up, guys? So here's where I'm at. I got these motor mounts done and they came out awesome. I'm very stoked on these. This one alone on this side took me, I don't know, maybe 10 hours, 8 to 10 hours, give or take. The same with the other side, another 7 to 8 hours. Took me all day on Sunday to break in between. I have the dimple dies, and obviously water's gonna get inside. There is a little crack on the bottom here. You might have seen it in the last video, just so if water does get inside or any kind of moisture, it should be able to leak out. These are just primed for now. I'm gonna obviously go back later on in the build and paint these. I'm gonna try and paint the whole inside too, maybe put like a whole can of some kind of paint in there and just shake the shit out of it and get all paint all up inside there. Maybe some 415. The same thing with the other side. This side I didn't make a drain hole yet. I completely forgot about it, to be honest. So I got to drill a hole in the bottom just so some water can leak out. These two holes are kind of cool. They're like made out of some tubes that are like inside the mount itself. So the bolts go right through it and there's no way for water to leak inside here. But I do have to make some kind of a rubber like plug just to put on top. Because if water gets in there, it will just kind of sit in there and never exit. But I thought it was a cool idea. Yeah, very happy with this. Love the fact how this, I can just put the wrench right in there and it goes right in nice and easy. A bit over excessive, maybe unnecessary at times, but it was quite the challenge. I think they look awesome. I mean, once everything's on the motor and back in the car, you won't be able to see them anyways, but I have peace of mind. I think they're strong enough and they're gonna hold up. It should support this motor just fine. All right, up next though, I think I'm gonna try to make some tranny mounts. So I gotta make some tubings. I'm gonna actually just sit and think about it and see how I wanna do this. I had an old mini seat up on the rafters, so I took that down. I'm not gonna use this seat, but I just kind of threw it in there to see what's going on. And I finally came up with a plan, which I think might just work for some transmission mounts. So I'm just gonna get to going and just kind of wing it and see how it goes. Alright, so this is kind of what I came up with. This is going to be the bracket that bolts onto the bottom of the transmission. I have these two spacers on each side. The transmission is kind of shaped funny, so this kind of puts it in line so it sits nice and level. It's all made out of 3/16 steel. So the transmission had two mounts on each side. I'm going to try and just make one. I think it'll be okay. So I'm going to do like one beefy mount on the bottom, plus the two on the motor. I think it'll be alright. Plus, you know, it's a lighter car. I'm not doing all-wheel drive either, so it shouldn't vibrate as much. But I'll see once I get this on and see how it sits. Maybe I can make two off of this one plate. But yeah, there's two bolts on each side of this plate and it bolts to the bottom of the transmission. It's pretty hefty for what it is. And it fits nice and snug, so it's very tight to the transmission. So I don't think it's gonna really move or flex that often. so there's the transmission mount. For the most part, I think it's good to go. I just welded it, so it is still hot. Came out pretty good. I think it'll be alright. I think it'll hold. I welded on the 2 tabs right about there. So I'll let these cool off for tonight, and then tomorrow when I come back, I'll get it in the car and hopefully get this bolted into the car. Then hopefully the motor and trans will be under its own weight. Alright, it's the next day, and I finished up welding the tranny mount and everything. I added a couple more bits and pieces to it, and then I threw some rusty primer on it. But it's looking pretty good, so I just gotta weld this bar in. Alrighty, it's all welded in. Moment of truth, I'm gonna get these logs off from underneath the transmission and see if it all holds. I think we're good. I don't have the bolt under the bushing under the transmission tightened yet. It's just kind of sitting there loose, so I am able to still move it a little bit. But I think once tightened, it's gonna be pretty good.